Hey together, I'm Aaron the Black Dragon, and just roll, the game with only one really frustrating level. That doesn't mean a lot because this game only has one level, so there we go. It's a rage game I suspect, so let's just see. Left and right with just A and D and spacebar to jump. So I don't know what to suspect from this, but I want to rest assured, though it may seem like the right path, doesn't mean it is. You mean this? I don't know what you want me to know from that alone, but okay. I'm not gonna touch anything. Also, what it said is that no matter where you die, you just get sent all the way back to the beginning. So, yeah, bouncing. I was not prepared for the bounce there. I didn't even press space. I just bounced, which was weird. But yeah, we'll see how far I get. I might get through this without any problems, I might not. So let's just go ahead and see. I mean, I have confidence in my ability to withstand some level of rage. That did not work. But then again, I also can get frustrated really quickly. I mean, just watch my Okami playthrough right now and you will know. But anyway, so far I don't feel frustrated at anything that this throws at me, because it's just difficult platforming, not like frustrating in its core element. Oh, but the bounce there, that was dumb. I should have also stopped pressing forward, should have caught myself a little bit. But whatever, we're just gonna go forward and see. The bounce is really bad. The fact that this thing can bounce is really bad. And I think the thing that starts to frustrate me more than anything else is just the long beginning there without any like jump or anything. Just like you have to go through all of that nonsense right now and just... That is probably the thing that would start to frustrate me more than anything. So... This time I slipped through. Interesting new thing. Anyway, I'm gonna jump forward to that because this place right here is not difficult. Did not jump there anymore. Before it jumped just every time really fine and then it just stopped jumping all of a sudden. Weird. Okay, we are back at the lava pit. This is a toughie, because you need to catch yourself up there, but you also need to get the ledge forward so that you have the momentum to cast yourself into the next panel. I wonder how long this one level is. It just said one really long level, so that might mean anything really. So oh my god! So far, so good. Woohoo, you tried to make me lose my mind. Why is this so bumpy right here? Is this to make me nervous? Because it doesn't seem to do anything. I hate leap of faith in games like this. But anyway, we got farther. And we'll get there again. Also, is the music tied to how far we get? Because that's interesting. Oh, dang it. Oh my god, no. You don't fall down. I pressed space, it did not jump there, it just fell. It also was clinging all around it, but it did not apparently grab onto it, which was weird. So whatever. Also, this thing right there with the right path. Does this mean there's like a place somewhere else where I could potentially go? That's like more dangerous or less dangerous? Both of them sound like a valid option in my opinion. But still, whoop, don't you... Okay, what? I wanna just... No, there's nothing there. Okay. Just made sure there. Is there anything of interest down here? No, also no. See, those are things that you need to make sure of. If you don't see the bottom in a game like this, that tells you that you might be going the wrong path. Just check out other places where you don't see immediate death. Because maybe, just maybe, the dev was a little bit of a douchey prick there and decided to make like a hidden door or something for like just roll through to the end and then that's it. That can be a thing. I hate leap of faiths more than anything else in the world. Also maybe? No, I cannot jump that high. Was thinking maybe I can wall jump my way up there, but sometimes the grab onto these things is a little bit weird. I could not jump! The game was just bouncing me and I could not jump! Screw you for that game, seriously! Oh my gosh, I just slipped through. Also, I just thought of something, because so far we have only died to red stuff. Are those spikes that are green? Very first instinct is don't touch them, because they're spikes. They might kill you, even if they're green. So, of course, I jump over them, and I think everyone else would do that as well, but let's just see. Good. I just wanted to make sure, because again, it might be that they're just trying to trick you into thinking it is deadly, and then in reality it is not. So I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make absolutely sure that this is not something like hidden, that they just place right there in front of you that looks like, oh, this is certain death, and then in reality it would be like a secret neat little bonus thing. So I could not jump there again. But I still made it, but I could not jump there again. Because the bounce... I dunked myself there. Not even the bounce, I just dunked myself. That was like, there's the hole, there's the ball, put ball in hole. Wow. That needed to be done. Like, definitely. Oh no, I missed it. I overshot just a teensy bit. Come on. Seriously. You can't be that rude to me also. Yeah, no, that's no way. There's no way. And if there is, I would need to find it out, but I don't think there's a way. I pushed. I pushed and it was like, nah, thanks. Okay. Made it through that portion again. And now we are coming up to the one stupid leap of faith portion. The bounce! Again, I touched it and I pushed the button and then it just bounces. And that kills you. Screw you. You made a good rage game for that alone, for the stupid bounce, because it would not need the bounce. I just did not jump there, I just drove into my own demise there, just as a statement. But yeah, just adding the little bounce that you get at times, not always, that's the important thing. You don't get the bounce always, you just get it sometimes. If you maybe hit a platform or something at a weird angle. I overshot that, that was fascinating. That is what is key to making a good rage game. Like, making the controls actually tight but then adding one random element into it that might just screw everything up, because so far the controls are good. You jump on the jump normally, and you stop when you stop pressing forward, and you have pretty good control with holding yourself back if you press the other direction, so that works beautifully. But just a little bounce that you get at times is enough to make the controls feel really frustrating and annoying after a little while. I don't think I'm just yet at the point where I'm really frustrated with everything, but it is definitely creeping up on me. Specifically when you are at the small jumps right here and you don't really 100% see when you have touched down and whatnot. That is when it starts getting you. And then, of course, the important thing, the bounce. The bounce, the devilish bounce that can put everything that you just did into perspective and ruin a perfect run. Like that right there. I see another one. I can only jump forward. Slanted. Evil one. Ooh, you tried to trick me. Nope, that actually is a dead end down there? Huh. Interesting. Rather interesting. Oh my gosh, the bounce. The bounce. The thing that can destroy everything. Oh my god, how did that even work? I slipped my way around that and still bounced, you could hear it. No, not bounced, I jumped. But I didn't jump because I was already beneath the platform, so therefore I screwed myself. But that was weird. Also, I'm getting progressively worse now again. I don't get back to the place I need to be at. And that's not good. I at least get through this part by now, and surprisingly well. It's this part right here where I need to take my time a little bit and await the bounce and then can move forward. So, we made it through that part. Okay, now this portion here comes. With the first leap of faith. There we go. Oof. I mislooked. I mislooked and I missed where the actual platform was, and that killed me. So far I don't feel too much rage, because you can learn the pattern of the bouncing and the jumps and everything rather easily. And that is probably just becoming more skilled at the game. Like with every other game that is difficult. At one point it's just up to the player of getting the skill set honed and necessary for the rest of the game. And since this is also memorization to a certain degree, this just goes to show that this can be done actually rather easily if you just have the controllers down, and after that, when you goof up like this, you just remember what not to do or where to jump. With a long level, that's of course a little bit more difficult, but it should work. My problem is I feel bored by it at this point. It's not a bad game, I want to point that out, but the fact that I figured out already what is causing a little bit of a problem for me in the gameplay itself is more making me bored than anything else. Because just going through the same portion over and over is like, okay, I don't mind that too much. But the beginning of it is just so boring. Because if the beginning of it would at least be made up of jumps already so that I can do something. That was the first time I goofed up there. If I could just be into the gameplay immediately, I think I would enjoy it more and would maybe feel a little bit more of the rage. But because the beginning is so slow to get to the first jumps and to the first like difficult place, it gets kind of boring. I also would love to see more of the spikes, but so far we only see these two and it's like, okay. I wonder if they would come back at one point, or if they were just like a throwaway thing for like one moment to make you think, oh, that's what you're gonna have to do, and then it's all just like tiny platforms over, I suspect, molten lava. I don't know, but I feel like I'm not gonna go through all of this, because if this is really long and I'm just dying at places we've seen over and over again at this point, then I'm not gonna make it to the end anytime soon, and I have to do other things today as well. But I mean, overall it's not bad. It's a fun game, I guess. If you're like, how did none of the button pushes coordinate themselves with me touching the platform, and always the bounce just takes it away? Whatever. And yeah, I feel like I'm getting more like, when is it over? I wanna do something else. But not in a frustrated, but in a bored way, which is kind of sad. Maybe it's also because, and that's not something to say about anything here, this can be a really good visual style for anything, but as far as that goes, it's also visually kind of boring. I don't know why, but just in combination with what you have to do and everything just looking the same after a while, it's getting kind of to a point where I'm not feeling frustrated but bored. Let's just see. No, just immediately died there because the bounce again. Yeah, the bounce is definitely the one thing that will screw you up the most. It certainly screws me up the most. Nope. Woohoo. Caught myself on that. So we're now at that point. Did it. Let's not jump down. Let's just try. Don't see anything. There we go. Just some small ones. I'm really so far. Okay, we made it the furthest ever. Let's just try and be exactly where the arrow pointed. Heh, you should have climbed the wall and not went through the tunnel. Guess you're trapped now. What? You should have climbed the wall and not went through the tunnel? What? What does that even mean? You should have climbed the wall and not went through the... At what point? I didn't even get any... Is he talking about here? But I cannot make that jump, so that's definitely not it. But I actually made it to a dead end, so still an end, but not the correct end, I guess. I saw something up there for a moment, but I don't see... No, there's nothing to get up there. But now that we're then here, after those series of jumps, you're gonna see what I mean. There, up there. See the red and blue thingy there? How? Where? I mean, maybe... Oh, come on. Maybe that is what it means with the invisible platforms. I mean, sorry, that's in the controls at the beginning. I took a look into how to play. That said something about the invisible platforms that will become visible once you jump towards them, and that is obviously what we've seen throughout the game there. But maybe at one point there's like a few invisible platforms somewhere we could climb up something. Oh gosh darn it, come on now. Okay. Oh my, I slipped just... How did that even happen? I just slipped past it. Okay, seriously. What is going on? I can't even make normal jumps now anymore. I think I'm just at the point where I'm like, oh, please let it end already. I don't want to anymore. But now I'm also interested in seeing what the heck it's talking about. So at this point I still cannot climb anything, so maybe it is after that portion. Which would mean I have to make it through that portion again. And I'm not 100% confident in me doing that again. But let's just go and try. We can complain about everything else later on. Oh, I don't know how that even happened. I'm gonna give it one more go. And then I will leave this. And you can try and figure out what the heck they mean with off the wall jump and don't know. I think I've actually said everything that is for me to already say about this game. It is interesting and they seem to have put in some interesting things there as well. It feels a little bit like a Kaizo Mario stage. Like you get to the end and then it is like, you actually did not get to the end, so you're just gonna die here now and screw you. Yeah, you know what, screw you. And then that's it. So I don't know, it just plays a little bit like a Kaizo Mario because there's just difficult jumps and then at the end it just basically trolled me. I don't know. It's not really something for me. It probably has an interesting idea behind it, but it didn't grab me. Maybe it's more up your alley. Go ahead, try it out. Maybe you enjoy it more than I do. I think I have said everything about this that I could say, so don't know. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye.